It's a special honor to introduce Brazilian Ambassador Mauro Vieira, one of the most skillful envoys in Washington. His country has long enjoyed close ties with the United States. Nearly 200 years ago, the United States was the first country to recognize the independence of Brazil. In 1824, the Brazilian Chargé d'Affaires presented his credentials to President James Monroe. In World War II, Brazil was the only South American country to send troops to fight alongside the Allies. Vernon Walters, later a distinguished general and statesman, served as the liaison to the Brazilian Army Brigade in Italy. Following the 9/11 terrorist attacks, Brazil took the initiative to propose invocation of the Inter-American Treaty of Reciprocal Assistance, which, like the NATO treaty, provides that an armed attack on one member is to be considered an attack on all. In recent years, Brazil and the United States have cooperated on humanitarian issues such as HIV/AIDS. Brazil and the United States are partners in the G20 group of major countries. 3 years ago, President Obama visited Brasilia. An opinion poll last year found that 73% of Brazilians view our country favorably. Before coming to Washington, Ambassador Vieira served in several high-profile positions. He was Chief of Staff to the Minister of Foreign Relations and Ambassador to Brazil's largest neighbor, Argentina. Since arriving in Washington, Ambassador Vieira has generously supported the arts. For example, a year ago, he hosted a Carnival gala in honor of the Washington Ballet. The ambassador devotes most of his efforts, however, to the hard but productive work of improving economic and political relations between the two most populous countries in the Western Hemisphere. Please give a warm welcome to Ambassador Mauro Vieira.
Thank you all very much. My good friend Eddie Fraser, Chair of the Executive Committee of the World Affairs Council, Ambassador William Courtney, distinguished honorees, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Brazilian government and the Brazilian Diplomatic Corps in the United States, I would like to express my deep gratitude for the 2014 Distinguished Diplomatic Service Award. It is a great honor to receive this award alongside such prestigious group of honorees: Dr. John D. Joya, President of Georgetown University, Mr. Jeff Fager, and Sheikh Moza bin Nasser. I take this award as a recognition of Brazil's achievements in the last few decades and as a token of the long-standing friendship between Brazil and the United States. Brazil is a vibrant democracy that learned through its own experience that economic growth, development, and social justice are closely intertwined. In the last few years, we have been able to grow the economy, virtually eradicate extreme poverty, and distribute income in a more inclusive way. Brazil is engaged in providing more opportunities to its people. Millions have been lifted out of poverty and entered the middle classes. Our challenge now is to ensure high-quality public services and infrastructure. Education plays a pivotal role in this regard. Over the last decade, Brazil has tripled the federal budget for education, expanded financial access to higher education, and doubled university enrollments. In 2011, President Dilma Rousseff launched the Science Without Borders program, through which 101,000 Brazilian graduate and undergraduate students will be granted scholarships in the best universities of the world. And the goal is to send half of the total number of students to US universities for STEM courses. Not surprisingly, education, science, technology, and innovation are major areas of cooperation on our bilateral agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, Brazil has consolidated its presence in the world affairs through cooperation and soft power, thus strengthening its credential to contribute actively to a more democratic, stable, and just political and economic international order. The Brazil of our days, while it continues to tackle old problems and takes up new challenges, is well equipped to promote a better life for its citizens and to partner with the US in advancing common objectives. Through its diplomacy, Brazil projects abroad the same core values and priorities that drives us domestically. We are firmly committed to international law, multilateralism, and peaceful settlement of disputes. In doing so, we pursue dialogue and consensus building in our relations with key partners all around the world. Our diplomacy is truly universalist. In this context, the relations with the United States are of particular importance. There is much that we can accomplish together, Brazilians and Americans, as we strengthen our relations in areas such as education, renewable energy, science, technology, innovation, aviation, biotechnology, and just to mention a few. I'm particularly happy to receive this award in the year Brazil hosts the FIFA World Cup. Thank you. The government and citizens of Brazil have mobilized in an unprecedented way in order to deliver excellent games with memorable celebrations, for which Brazil is well known worldwide. I hope to see you all in Brazil this year or when we host the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro. Let me once again thank the World Affairs Council of DC for this award. I'm very honored to receive it, and let me commend the World Affairs Council DC for its contribution to global education, international affairs, and global communications. Thank you very much.